It's Allison Sullivan with Stamp Crazy with Allison, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in New Westminster, British Columbia. Sorry, I'm just going to make sure I've got my chat open. And I come to you live on Sundays at 10 a.m. Pacific time and on Wednesdays at 3 p.m., 2 p.m. So Sundays at 10 a.m. Pacific time, Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Pacific time. So welcome, welcome. I'm just going to make sure that I'm actually broadcasting. I should have set up my iPad before I started. I will admit I was a little behind this morning. I'm still grabbing pieces and trying to get ready to go live. So thanks for joining me, and we're going to get started soon. You can see that we're going to be using Cute as a Bug, which is an adorable suite from the new Mini Catalogue. I want to say January to April, and that's what it is, 2026. But it is really quite new still. It's only a couple weeks old, and it's we're loving creating with it and bringing you some classes. So I've got a class coming up with Cute as a Bug, and it is going to be on March the 7th. Good morning, Leanne. How are you? Is it cold out? Oh gosh, I haven't been out. I haven't ventured out, and I haven't checked. It's frosty, and I can see on the car windows it's like probably a thick ice. So at least we don't have 30 centimeters of snow and minus 30 degrees like my daughter does. Good morning, Pam. How are you? I heard you're going to get a big snowstorm. My daughter, I think, is getting one today. I'm not 100% sure. You're still snowed in from the last one. Yeah. Hi, good morning, Carol. You guys are all over on YouTube. Thanks for joining me over there. So I'm assuming you can hear me, or you tell me, right? You guys would say, I can't hear you. I did have a little bit of a mishap with the streaming. It's actually not the streaming platform's problem, but I did with the cameras. Do you ever, when you clear your cookies or your history and everything, and then you go in to use your programs and none of the passwords are there, and I had a bit of a thing. Good morning, Keisha. So I'm a little bit disorganized, but the fact that you're all my friends that are on here, you'll be kind. So that's good. We're all good. All right, let's hide this because my card takes a little bit of time and I want to get started with it. All right, so Cute as a Bug. Super cute. It's named, well, it's cute and it's a bug. I'm just going to look it up here in my catalog. Here it is. So cute. Cute as a bug. Look at it. Isn't it sweet? And lots of products. Now, my friend Leanna's on here. She's Stamp Chatter. I think I've told you guys, encourage you to go check her channel out on YouTube, Stamp Chatter. And she makes lots of cute cards. And we were talking about, oh gosh, we're not too sure we love these colors because it's Blackberry Bliss, Cloud Cover. Well, I love Cloud Cover. Old Olive, that's an old standard, isn't it? Crushed Curry, which we don't use very much. Cajun Craze, which I hardly ever use. And Petal Pink, not my favorite pink. So we were thinking, oh gosh, it would be nicer if it was in brighter colors. But now that we've started working with it, we love it. Oh, and by the way, the ladybugs are back in stock. So nip along smartly if you want to grab those. Okay, and remember, whenever you spend $60 in the month of, what are we, January, you earn a coupon of $6 that you can use in February. Okay. Sounds good, looks good. Melva's just going live too. Oh, is she? I'm in love with this suite too. Melva and Diane's Stat Cam is using that, and I'm so excited. Oh, that's fun, isn't it? Oh, that's fun. Yeah, my class is March the 7th. Let me show you what you get. We're going to make 8 cards. We're going to make 4 designs, 2 of each. And everybody that comes gets a half a roll of this ribbon. This ribbon, I want to really talk about this ribbon. It's what color is it? Old Olive? I think so. Old Olive, and it's called Specialty Rick Rack. And Rick Rack in the past has been kind of thick and stiff. Look how soft this is. It's so soft and so easy to tie. Love it. So you can get about 5 yards of that. You're going to get a full package of the bugs, the little ladybugs. What are they called? Ladybug Garden epoxy shapes. So cute. And you're going to get half a pack of the aforementioned designer series paper. Look how cute it is. Now, the thing about some of our stamps is that you can stamp the images and cut them out with the coordinating dies, but a lot of the coordinating dies cut out the images, which just makes it so much fun, right? Like this little caterpillar with the leaf, these guys, cuts out the bee, the little ladybug reading a book, the ants, just so many of them can be cut out. This one's interesting because this is a full sheet and they're panels, and we're going to be using one of those today. I'm going to show you that. That's pretty with just the berries. Look at this. If you really look at the little shapes, they're so cute. They're so cute. I didn't even see this guy. He's really cute. They're so cute. Of course, mushrooms. And then on the other side, we've got just, I would say these are neutral, but they're not, there's no printed images like a that you can cut out, but they're great neutral, right? Really love this one because it looks like a picnic, right? And you got bugs at a picnic. Hi, Margaret. How are you? Nice to see you. Okay, so that's what you get, and we're going to start now. So March 7th is that class, and the link is in this video. Hi, Mo. Snowy Toronto. Oh, gosh, you guys. We were just saying, Leanne and I were, well, Leanne was saying, brr, it's cold here. But we need to not do that, Leanne, because I think it's like a polar vortex there. So, ooh, in Toronto. And Pam is bracing in Nova Scotia for hers. So it's awful. All right. Let's start. So I have got a piece of basic beige. Let me grab this. Got all my little bits here. And I have cut it it's just standard. So this is 8.5 by 5.5. So we're just going to give it a little crease here. And then I've got a liner. This one is 5 1/4 by 4 because this is going to fit inside here. And it will become apparent why I'm doing that. Okay. But we're going to set that the inside just off to the side. Okay. Now we've got a bit of work to do here. First thing I want to do is show you, I've taken one of those panels. We were talking about the DSP that had the panels that you can use. 40 centimeters of snow in the city. Oh, that's unusual, isn't it, Mo? Oh gosh, in the actual city. Carly went out, my daughter went out to get her groceries yesterday because she's hunkering down, I think. Okay, isn't this cute? So I wanted to cut it into a size that I could fit on my card. And then I've got my old olive layer just to pop it up. Now I will tell you what size this is. Of course, you can use a bigger layer. You can use a lot more of the panel. 2.5 by 4, I think. No, yeah, by 4. So this would be 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. Okay. And then we've got, remember we talked about this? I said it looked like a picnic. Look how cute that is. So that's what we're going for. Now, speaking of picnics, I'm going to show you something at the end that you're going to want to stay and see, because everyone who attends my class is going to get the instructions for this 3D project. So hang around and you'll see. It's super cute. Okay. All right. So that's what we're going for. So let's go ahead and start gluing this down. And I didn't check to see if my glue was great. Oh, you know what? I've been practicing with seal. Should I try and see if I can use the seal? I'm a little bit slower at it, but I'm kind of determined that I'm going to challenge myself. Now, the only problem I have is I need to move stuff around. And sometimes the seal, well, if you use seal, you can't really move it around. Hi, Ellie. Let me just fix this, you guys. I don't think I'm totally in screen and I want to be. How's that? That's better. So let's glue this down. Whoop. Maybe I can become a seal person. My friend Angie would be very proud of me if I can use it. Okay, now we're going to just glue this down. So that's just the start of this. Okay. Well, I'm finding that I kind of like See, I shouldn't jinx myself and say I like that seal because you know what's going to happen, right? Something's going to go sideways. All right, there we go. Isn't that cute? And it's just like, I'm going to move that. I can see my cursor. I don't think you guys can, but it was driving me nuts. Isn't that cute? But we're going to add a few little elements to that. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to grab some of that printed paper, and I've got the little caterpillar. Now, that's quite green, right? We're going to put him on top of there. Or I've done this. Remember the project I did? I did this project. Let me show you this one here. Remember this one? Open like that. This, we colored and cut that one out. Remember? Do you guys remember? So I stamped this, and then I colored it. I believe I used peach pie and lemon lolly and a little bit of Poppy Parade for little dots, and then Old Olive. I think that's what I used. So I can use that one here, or I could use the green one. And I'm thinking that I'm going to use the one that I've already colored and cut out, because I know you guys have seen me do that, so you don't need to see me. I just think that that adds a little bit more color than the one I was going to use. Okay, does everybody understand what I'm doing? Okay, so I'm going to pop this up because you've seen me color before, so it's not like you don't know how to do that. Just gonna, all I did was take the image, stamp it in Tuxedo Memento, and color it in with my Stampin' Blends. Okay, I've got a lot to do on this card, so you'll appreciate that I'm kind of through the magic of television a bit. Okay, so let's stick that on top. Okay, so cute. All right, now I hope I don't forget at the end, I want to add some ladybugs to this. Okay, now let's add a saying. So I've grabbed my favorite dies. I should have a test, like what's my favorite set of dies? Everybody knows it's Stylish Shapes, right? I want to use, I think it's this third largest one. Third largest. And I'm going to grab, I'm going to do Hello Friend. So I want to make sure it's big enough for Hello Friend, but not too big, right? So let's see. Nope, that's going to be too small. I think, let me double check on my original. Nope, I guess this one's good. You don't want it too big. So for that, I need a piece of my basic beige, and I'm going to go ahead and cut that out with my Stampin' Emboss machine. It's a good day to stay in and craft. It's the weather everywhere. I mean, how many flights were canceled? And it's just like a nightmare. It's not. Here we go. So you can see when you use those dies, you get that. It cuts the circle, but it also gives the stitching around it, which I love. I don't know what I'd do if they ever got rid of this die set. I think I'd cry. Okay, so let's grab Hello Friend. Hello Friend. Here he is. And I'm going to use, actually, I hope that's big enough. Did I do that right? I did. It actually fits, but I'm not quite sure how. Looks like it wouldn't. I need a block. Hello Friend. I'm using Blackberry Bliss. Okay. I just love Blackberry Bliss. And are you guys like me? Have you guys used Blackberry Bliss a lot? I don't. And so this kind of forced me into using it, which I appreciated actually. Hello Friend. It's a little off. Oh, I know what I did, you guys. On my card, I didn't use the Stylish Shapes. Looks like I used a punch instead, but we're going to just use this. That works. I think that works. It's a little off, but it doesn't matter. You can see that the word is friend, right? All right, let's pop that up. Where did I put my dimensionals? I've only been stamping for 10 minutes. How could I lose my dimensionals already? Oh gosh, does anybody else do that? Like, oh, here they are. Thanks, Marilyn. How are you? What's it like up where you are in Prince George? Is it cold? What's going on up there in Prince George? All we've got down here is sun, but frost. I think it was going to be a low of -3. And so all my friends across Canada are laughing like, wow, that's balmy. Is that cute so far? Okay, so that's kind of you could just leave it like that and it would be great, but we might as well add some of these while we're at it so I don't forget. So I want one of my adorable little ladybugs and I'm going to put it in the leaf up there. And I'm also going to add one to here to my label. And I'm going to add, I've colored, can you see that I've taken an Old Olive Stampin' Blend and I've colored these clear ones, like they're like almost like dewdrops. And I'm going to add it here. Okay, you want to always work in triangles. So we've got, this is the triangle. Okay, something about art, some rule, it draws your eye. And the fact that these images are going off the page, including my little caterpillar, that draws your eye out and doesn't keep it all. I don't know. It's called something official in art. I don't know what. All right, so let's set this aside because I've got more to do on the inside. All right, so next up, I've got, remember that liner that I had? This is just slightly smaller than my card. So this is 5 1/4 by 4, remember? Okay, I'm going to grab some of the elements from the printed designer series paper. So we've got the bumblebee, oh my goodness, and we've got some ants. And since I'm cutting out, I might as well cut out this one. We didn't use it on the front, but I'll use it for something else in the future. So let's do that. But I also want to cut out something else. So let me grab, these are the dies. So we want to do a couple of things here. We want to grab the images that are designed to match up with the caterpillars. So let's do that. I don't know why they did this particular. They've got caterpillars that are, what do you call it? Blackberry Bliss. And also the yellowy ones. So I'm not sure why they made green and green. It doesn't really go. Good morning, Diane. How are you? We're making a really cute bug card. Okay, and here's the ants. And I won't sing The Ants Go Marching because everyone would go, don't sing. Okay, so we're going to line those up. So like I said, you know, on the front, right, you can stamp and color, or you can just use the pre-printed designer series paper. And now I need the bumblebee. I used it yesterday. I sure hope I put the bumblebee back. What if I didn't? That's not the bumblebee. Uh-oh. I used it yesterday for something, and now I'm concerned. Oh, no, look at that. I put it back. The bumblebee. Okay. I use repositionable tape when I'm using my Stampin' Cut and Emboss because I tend to shake a bit and then it's sad because it moves and your table moves, right? Some people use washi tape. Some people use Post-it notes. All those would work. Okay, now the other thing I want to do is I want to cut some toadstools. And I'm just trying to remember what size I used. I think it's these two, I guess. Did I use both of these? Just checking, you guys. Yeah, I did. So this is a toadstool or a mushroom. What do you guys call them? Mushrooms, toadstools? What do you call them? I want to cut those out of my Very Vanilla. Hopefully I've got a big enough piece here. Looks like I do. Yep. And the little guy. Okay, so that's the base of you call them mushrooms, Pam? I think I always called them mushrooms. But I was reading somewhere that, hi, Kathy, how are you? Are you doing cute as a bug, Kathy? Because I'm going to show you guys something at the end. Don't stay tuned. That it's a free gift for everybody who's joining the class. So hang tight so you see what it is. Okay, so those are my mushrooms. And then we've got the little mushroom caps. And that I'm cutting out of Cajun Craze. Almost said Raging Cajun. Okay. I know that these aren't framelits. They're not cutting out anything, but my hand would still shake and then they'd be everywhere. Okay. I'm gonna just make sure I don't need this big sheet of Cajun Craze. So let me make it smaller. Okay. So we're going to run these through. Okay. So let me grab my platform here. So we've got our platform 1, then we have our die adapter here, 2, then we've got plate 3. We'll just throw these all on because they can all go through at the same time. See how that came off? Whoop. I've been using the same roll of tape for about 1.5 years. It looks like it's getting to the end. It lasts a long time, you guys. Okay, so there we go. I've got my caterpillar and my bee. Okay, then we're going to put plate 3 on the top. See, I got a new plate. Oh, treated myself to a new plate. So I'm just over here. You can hear it creaking away. That's not my bones. That's the machine. Although it could be my bones. Okay. I cut out a whole page with the dies. It took a while. Margaret, that's brilliant. So Margaret's saying what she did was she sat down, cut a big sheet of designer series paper with all these images and just put them all through and then just put them in a little bag or little container, right? And then you'll just grab it. I've done that too. I haven't done a whole sheet. You're very brave. I haven't done a whole sheet. But yeah, if you've just got some music on in the background or you're watching, I don't know, football. Isn't there some big football games today? I can't remember. We're getting to near the end of to determine the teams for the Super Bowl, I think. I saw the Broncos, Patriots. I think Seattle's still in, isn't it? I think so. Anyway, that's on. Yeah, or if you like tennis, like me, the Australian Open's on, and I actually think there's some curling on, which I kind of like all of it. I think there's a hockey game today, but I'm watching my team these days is not for the faint of heart. That's all I'm going to say. Oh, well. What's the saying? There's always next year. And it's only February. We have the Olympics coming up, though. I love watching them. The Winter Olympics is my favorite. What do you guys like, the summer or the winter? I like winter because I guess we're from a country that excels in winter Olympics. And I'm looking forward to the skiing and hockey, of course, and all the other. Sorry, I'm just gathering. See how long? See, I'm gathering up all my bits. I told you this would be a little bit longer, but it'll be worth it. You'll see. It's going to be super cute. We're doing very well at not doing very well. You know, Keisha, that's why I love you. I'm so positive. And I'm not going to, I shouldn't say this because I'm going to jinx myself. Okay, Keisha? Our hockey team is so bad, it's the best at being bad. That's what Keisha's saying. So you would think, well, what's the consolation prize, Keisha? We'll get the first round draft pick. But Keisha and I know that every time in our 55-year existence that we are even close, that stupid lottery thing pops in and we get bumped down to 3. Anyway, that's what we're laughing about. You gotta laugh. Laugh. Okay. Mind you, sometimes I'm not sure that, a lot of teams, I don't know how well they do even when they have the first round. Sometimes the teams that get the second, third, or fourth actually end up having a better player. Just saying. Although remember when Edmonton got like 6 of them in a row or something? They had Connor McDavid. Then they got Ryan Nugent Hopkins, or vice versa. Then they had Taylor Hall. It went on and on and on. Eberly, like they had all of them. They still haven't been able to capitalize. So I don't know. Maybe it's just the chemistry. So what I'm doing is I'm gluing these little. You like the skating? The skating is it's phenomenal what they can do, isn't it? No, skating's good. They're all good. I like all the winter sports. I like curling. I like watching the curling. I like our hockey, women and men. I like the downhill. All those. Oh, what's the one that where they go? The slalom is really cool. And then the moguls is really cool. And then they do those aerial things. And then we, of course, the snow. Oh, those snowboarders racing. That's crazy. That to me is like, I don't know. These people are crazy, I think. Okay, so what do we got? We got a bugs. We've got our toadstools. There we are. So inside our card, let's decorate it. But what I want to do is I want to kind of have this fun little interaction in the inside. So what I'm going to do is first of all, I'm going to stamp. I think I'm going to stamp. So on the front, we've got hello friend, right? And then inside, I want to stamp spread joy. I really like that saying, spread joy. There should be more joy in the world, I should say. Sometimes the world can seem a little sad and scary. So crafting and spreading joy is not a bad thing. It's good for our mental health, I think. I want to stamp this here, spread joy. Again, I'm using Blackberry Bliss. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that color. Oh, so pretty. And I'm going to glue down my bee. Where's my bee? Here it is. Here's my bee. So I'm going to glue this one. Whoop. Just up here doing bee things. I am going to put my little ants. See what happened? It's one die, but when it cuts it out, it cuts them out as little individual ants. Look at this one, so excited. Oh dear. I'm back to my glue. You see, I was using my Stampin' Steel, and you guys were going to be so proud of me, but now I've kind of abandoned that, and I'm back to my white glue. Okay. Oop. The ants go marching one by one. Hurrah, hurrah. Gosh, all the songs that we used to sing as kids, eh? Okay, we go. So there we go. Those are our little bugs. Okay. Oop. Now, I want to create a pop-up. So what I've done is I've got a piece of basic white. This piece is cut, let me see here. This is cut 4.5 by 1.5, and I've scored it at 1 inch. So you can see we've got 4 panels of 1 inch, and then we've got this little bit at the end, which is 1/2 inch. Okay, so let's score it. Now this was arbitrary. I didn't have instructions for this. I just thought, well, how do I make I'm trying to make a little box. So I guess this could be smaller, right? But I want to use my mushrooms, and my mushrooms are kind of tall. Okay, so I kind of was keeping that in mind. Okay, so for this little flap, we're putting some glue. Oop. So I'm just put it on the little flap, and then I take this one, and I'm just going to fold it on top and hold it. Okay, and I've been talking a lot. What do you guys? You Google the difference. Mushrooms are usually edible, and toadstools are poisonous. Thanks, Marilyn. That kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Okay, so Marilyn Googled the difference between mushrooms and toadstools. I always think of toadstools as like from fairy tales, like, you know, like this. Like so maybe they are toadstools because they you know, sleep under them and stuff. Not eating them. Okay, once you think that's good, we're going to make a little pop-up here. And what we have to do is we have to glue this inside so that when it closes, it folds. Okay, and I probably put that too. Oh, look, see, I kind of messed that up. But that's okay. Maybe I haven't. Oh, I see what I did too. I actually added some DSP to this. So maybe we should do that. I told you we would be longer today. So just like everybody, just bear with me. We're going to cut a little piece of paper. We're good, right? Everybody's good. You guys are all stuck in. It's snowing like crazy where you all are. You're not going anywhere. So we'll just stamp. Now, let me measure. I need 2 little pieces of designer series paper. And they are 1 by, well, of course they'd be 1 by 1.5. Jeepers. That's what I said. I wonder if I chose, my other one, I chose something else, but I'm wondering if no, that's a bit bright. I want something neutral, you guys. I want a neutral color, okay? And we talked about how the backs of these are neutral. I think I'm going to go with this flower background. Okay, so I said I needed 1.5 by 1. So let's go. Oh, no, don't look at this side. I'm cutting these bugs and I don't want to really do that. 1.5, I guess I need. Ouch. Sorry, I cut their heads off. It's a good excuse to buy more paper. Okay. All right, so we got those 2. Now, I'm going to pick 2 of these panels and we're going to put these on top. So these are cute because these are like little flowers and that makes sense for the theme, right? Almost like a little field of flowers, right? So I'll put one on this side. If it's too long, I'll just trim it off. And it'll be on this side. There we go. Nice. Okay. And if it's too long, which it is for some reason, it's all right. I didn't even really have to cut it off because it won't matter, but that's okay. There we go. Now I got to pay attention. So now I want to glue this inside because this is going to become a pop-up. Okay. So it's these 2 sides that we're gluing down. Okay. So I'm going to put, I hope this is wrong. We'll just keep going and pretend that it's correct. But I've been promising you for like 2 weeks to show you how to do these pop-ups. I don't think there's a right side or wrong. Oh yeah, there is. Make sure our grass is growing to the sky, not the other way. So just kind of arbitrarily figure out where the middle is. That looks about right. And then you can close. And then we've got our little pop-up like that. Okay, so it's like a box. Created a box. Then I'm going to grab my toadstools. And you got to be careful because I might have to cut one of them. I'm not quite sure. Let's see, because when you close it, it's got to be able to close. So actually, I'm going to just use this one, I think. Maybe on this side. Okay. I'm not sure how I got the big one to fit the last time. It must have really been, everything must have been firing on all cylinders. So I've got a toadstool over there. I'm just going to make sure that closes. Okay, that closes. And then I did have this guy, so I'm not quite sure how I did it. Let's see if I can figure it out. Actually, that would work, I think. Well, we'll see. So I'm just going to do the stem. I'll let the top be free-flowing. Okay, so there we go. Okay, move it over a titch so it's not along the seam. So, nope, see, it won't close. So we can't do that. Not sure how I did it. Oh, well, not sure. Take that off. We'll put something else there. I think he's going to be too big to put there. Should have saved one of them. So that's okay. We will we'll improvise. I don't have anything else cut. Oh, I might actually. Because you know how we're talking about how if you're bored one day and you're watching TV, you can cut out some things. Look, I've got some things that I've cut out. I'm kind of like Margaret. Margaret cuts them out and puts them in a bag. So that's what I'm going to do, Margaret. How about I've got a little ant. An ant would work. That's cute. What else do I have? Some of these are too big. Oh, I have a little bug. Let's see here. I have a little bug. Oop, he's stuck because I've got the glue on there. No, I think he worked. But you know what would really work? Is actually these. These would work, right? I'll put the ant on just so we can move along here. And show you my other samples and the special surprise. Okay, now we got to glue this to the inside of our card. So we're going to close this up, and I am using white glue, you guys. I am not going to try and use my Stampin' Seal. I don't think I'm quite up to challenge of that. So I'm just going to lay those score lines to score line. See, I use that seal and it's not doing what I want. I'm going to put my glue on there. I don't think it's as good as my glue. Or I'm not using it maybe quite right. Maybe that's the problem. It's probably user error. So glue over here, and then you're just going to close this. And that's going to get you all lined up. Oh, thanks, Pam. Isn't it cute? It's so cute. Look at it. Isn't it cute? Love it. So my original, okay, very similar, except I did use that solid green caterpillar. And I must have used a punch to get it big enough, but I think it looks okay with the stylish shape, actually. That works. And then this one, I did somehow figure out how to put that toadstool in. I have no idea how, but I did. So now, that's all right. I have a toadstool for another project. And I didn't put bugs on here. Okay. I just had the bee. Thanks, Sarah. Oh, Sarah, you snuck in there. Okay, so you want to see my surprise? Okay. All right, let's set this aside for a sec. Now, I'll just show you my other cards and then I'll show you the surprise. Okay, so here's the card that I think we made this on our launch party. So it's kind of like a fancy fold because it's just cut fun, right? It's just fun cut. And then we made this one last week. This is actually a case right from the catalog. If you're stuck and you don't know what to do, just go grab it. You have your sweet, but I haven't used it yet, so I'm dying to get in to start. I guess the snowstorm tonight and tomorrow will give me a good. Oh, I think this is a perfect day for you. Thanks. I was gonna say Stamp Chat. Thanks, Leanne. Okay, and then we've got this one. Again, this is a panel. We were talking about the panel from the DSP and how you just start adding elements to the panel. So it's pre-printed. And then there's the inside. Super cute. Another panel. I might have got carried away on my ladybugs, but I don't know. I love them so much. I couldn't stop. I don't think I stamped inside that one. Nope. This is cute because there is the little toadstool and there's the little bug and there's the picnic paper. And Diane, there's the Wink of Stella. Can you see that? So nice. And then here's a card that Leanne made with her ants are marching, and she stamped and colored. Yeah, there we go. That's nice that she's pulled that DSP into the inside too. Okay, want to see the surprise? Now, when you sign up for my class, which is March the 7th, you're going to get your goodie bag, right? And you're going to get we're going to make the 8 cards, 4 designs, 2 of each. I'm going to send you the instructions as a bonus for this picnic basket. How cute is this? Oops, that came off. Wasn't supposed to. I'll have to tack that down. This ribbon is so soft. I'll just tack that down. Isn't that cute? And then you can add your name. So I attended a demonstrator only class, and this was one of the projects. And by attending the class, it gave me permission to use these in a class. And I double checked with the organizer, Catherine Carroll, and she said, no, you can make it and show it in a class. So that's why we're going to add the instructions to that class. But isn't it cute? So you can take your cards, like I'll just grab 3 cards, and they will actually fit in here. Isn't that cute? Oh, I do have to tack that down. I will do that, you guys. I'll put something on here to keep that in place, some glue dots. Okay, but look at this. Look at the details of this. We've got when you lift this up, you've got the little DSP, so it looks like just the piece of the tablecloth is coming out. This was a project that was contributed to the class by Emma Goddard. Emma Goddard is a demonstrator in the UK. I think she's I'm trying to remember what her brand is. It's something, it's got C in there because she lives by the sea. We would say live by the beach. She says live by the sea. But is that to die for? It's so adorable. Are you signed up for that class, Kathy? You're signed up for Easter. I wasn't sure. I never keep track of the classes, but how cute is it? So doesn't that make you want to join our class? Because then you're going to get a bonus project. So cute. I know it's a little picnic basket. So cute. Okay. So enough about that. Back to, this was our card for today. Little pop-up. Kind of cute. And I'll just, oh, I must have put it in the box. I thought, where's my other one? It's in the box. There it is. Yeah, check it out. The class, Pam, is March the 7th. If you can't find the link, you let me know and I'll send it to you. I'm going to do this. Can I try and, I don't think I can open it. Keep it open because it wants to yawn. But there's the outside and the inside. So that was fun. That took us a bit longer today, about 10 minutes longer than we normally go. But I think it was worth it. Hope it was for you guys. Oh, that's not helping. There we are. It's yawning a bit because it's fighting each other. Coastal Crafter. Thank you, Leanne. So Emma is Coastal Crafter. Emma used to be on my, my monthly, free tutorial. Okay, so this month it's Lovely and Beautiful. And Emma used to be part of this, but Emma's gone back to work full time. So she's taken a break from our little tutorial group. But she's been replaced by Michaela, oh, how do you say her last name? Tithridge, who's also a UK demonstrator and fantastic. So when you make a purchase from me, you get the free tutorial every month. But if you're on my team of demonstrators, my community, Canada Inks Up, you also get it free. Or if you are a demonstrator and you don't want to buy from me, which I completely understand, you can buy just the tutorial for $19.50. So there you go. Anyway, all right. Hope you enjoyed that. See you Wednesday, Di. Thank you. Oh, you know what? Just one sec, my friend. Just one sec. Let me do this. I'm going to try and see if I can get that to work, which, well, there we are. Can you see that, Pam? There's the link for the class, honey. There's the link for the class, okay? If you're already doing a stamp campaign, and it might be a nice add-on. So that'll be fun. What else? I think that's it. Have I got everybody's? Cute box it is. I hope you enjoyed the card, you guys. The panel helps to make such adorable cards. It's so easy, right, Lynn? You got these. All you have to take is that DSP, cut out the little panels. The same with Easter Joy. They have a whole sheet of panels. It's so easy. And then you just add the bugs. It's so cute. What else? Everybody good? Okay, everybody's good. Okay, so let me see if I can bring this in. Turn it that way, yes. How's that? So there's the box and there's the, yeah, super cute. All right, you guys. I've got some whole sheets too. Yeah. Yeah. use them up. All right, you guys, have I got? I think I've answered everybody's questions. Yeah. Anybody else got a question? Okay. I'll see you back here on Wednesday at 2 p.m. Pacific time. And I'm going to the hairdresser on Tuesday, so my hair will hopefully be much shorter and not flying all over. Fingers crossed. All right, you guys, we'll see you then. Until then, I hope you guys that are under snowstorms and stuff, you are going to have a great day crafting. I hope you don't lose electricity, but then you can always craft by candlelight, right? All right, take it easy. I will see you soon. Happy stamping.